Hi, Hiram here. Thought maybe I'd make myself some breakfast before I go and do some more tests on that light stove. Sometime back I saw a video that Laurie, aka LoveRise, did where she made muffins in this Xmug. I love this thing, it's really cool. I thought that was a good idea because when you go to make pancakes, I like this stuff. It's Betty Crocker buttermilk. All you have to do is add water to it. But you make one pancake, then you got to wait for the frying pan, put it back in, on and on and on. Actually, I divide it up, but I thought it'd be much cooler to do it in something like this, like she showed us. So what I was going to do is I'm going to use my Espit pot. This is from that solid fuel stove set. It's the pot. This just happens to fit in there real nice. The top edge rests on the top of the pot, so I have a little bit of water in here to make steam. Now, like I said, I like this stuff. It makes 10 pancakes, so what I do is I divide it up into 2 pouches. That makes about 5 pancakes each. But I think this will be neater, being able to do the whole 5 at one shot and maybe just cutting it up. The other nice thing about this mug is I can actually mix in this. I don't have to mix in the bag and then try to transfer it over. I can just dump all this in the box, in the Xmug. Get it all in there. Now you got a nice dry bag that you can use for trash or whatever else you need to do. I should start this. Now I'm going to use the Trangia in the West wind stove, mainly because I don't have anything else that'll fit this Espit stove other than the Espit, and I'm going to need more burn time than what I can get out of that stove set. So while that's going, I put half the mix in here. It takes a half a cup of water then, and you just mix it up. Now you don't mix it up, you don't beat it to death. You just mix it up until there's small lumps. Don't know why it's doing that. Make sure you get down to the bottom of the mug. Get all that powder that was down there. I'm sure everybody's made pancakes. They know the drill. Okay, it looks like I've got it all. Now the thing is with this mug, I'm almost sure, you only want this stuff to go up halfway up your mug because it's going to expand as it's cooking or baking. So this does fit in here nicely. It only goes up about halfway. Just trying to get the rest of this in. Don't mind my fingers, but tasty. I'm eating this, so it doesn't much matter. And let's see. I guess we have flames there. Now, depending on the pot you use, you don't want to fill it with water because as soon as you put this Xmug in, the water's going to come flushing out when it heats up. Just enough to cover the bottom, but then have some water with you on the side. I have here a can bottom I'm going to use as a cover for this. Now there's a couple of benefits with this, using this method over doing it with the bag method. Okay, let's see about how long that takes. With this, I can just take the lid off and check it with a, let's see if you can see that, with a cake tester. Now I'll use a cake tester here out in the woods I just use a twig. Basically, you just stick this into the pancake. If it comes up without anything on it, then the cakes are done. So, I think this is going to take about 30 minutes. I think it took Laurie, to do hers. So let's see what happens here. If I do something with the pot, like testing it, I'll turn the camera back on. See you in a bit. Hi, we're working on 30 minutes here. I think maybe I have to clean the jets on my Trangia. It doesn't seem to be working as good as it should be. But let's open this up and test it. And what I have here is we're on the other camera. Okay, you can see it's really expanded. Let's try the tester. All you do is just stick it in. See, it came out with stuff on it, so that means it's not done. So we have to give it a couple more minutes yet. Okay, let's let this go for a bit. Okay, here we are on 40 minutes now. Let's see what it looks like. Stick in the tester. No, it's not quite coming out clean. Cleaner. Maybe just a couple more minutes. See if this fuel lasts on this Trangia. I really think I need to clean the burners. They're not doing so hot. Either that or it's part of this, being this west wind stove. Okay, let's let this go for a couple more minutes. Okay, we're at 47 minutes plus. This is way too long. I'm going to have to come up with some other setup here. Let's see what happens when I stick in the cake tester. Okay, now it's coming out clean. So, let's take this out, see what it looks like. Now, one thing I learned, I used this setup as a double boiler one time. You always want to take the Xmug out of the pot first before you take it off the flame. If you take it off the flame with the pot still in there, the water cools almost instantly, enough that it forms a vacuum in here and just sucks the Xmug to the sides of the pot, and you get a vapor lock, and then you have a heck of a time getting it out. So what I'll do is take this out first. Still have a little bit of water there. Looks like I still have alcohol in there, but the burner's just not working very well. I use that more than what normal people would, so I think it needs to be cleaned out. Okay. Let's see what this looks like. Can you see that? It looks like nice dough, nice pancake. Hopefully, yep. Just by pushing down the sides, out comes the cake. Can you see that? Nice and clean. I think if I had had more heat there, this would have been much faster. It's not burned anywhere. Looks like it's fully cooked. Let's cut it. Yep. Nice and flaky on the inside. Can you see that? So here I have the equivalent of 5 pancakes, and it looks like it's all cooked on the inside. So now all I need is my syrup, and I got breakfast. I just have to work on a different setup for the heating. Now, I suggest going to Laurie's site and checking out her. She has a 3-part video that came out. Hers baked much faster. I'll put a link over here for it. You can go, click on this and you can go see part 1. And down on my text, I'll give the links for all 3 parts. It's worth your while to check it out. So I thank you for watching my video. As always, I look forward to your input, your questions, remarks, helpful suggestions, and watch for my buddy Max. Bye now. I'm going to go have pancakes.
Know you've been a good friend, and that's in the thick and thin, and I know it's never gonna end.